Hello bros, Zeraora strikes again. So this game I'm going to show you why Wild Charge and Spark Zeraora is really one of the most insanely thing that you need to learn and also master when playing Zeraora. But before that bros, let me tell you the build. The build that I'm running for this combo moveset is the Razor Claw, because when you're using the Spark, you will trigger the damage of it, and it is easy for the bonus stats of the Razor Claw. When you are using the ability, you have a plus damage to your Razor Claw. And the next build is the attack weight, because you need to stack your damage in order for you to have more damage to your Wild Charge. And the next and the last build is the Energy Amplifier, because as usual I see that the Unite move of Zeraora is really the most insane thing in the game, because it has a lot of burst damage, and especially it will add more damage combined to your Wild Charge because of the ability of your Unite move. So when you're playing Zeraora bros, I will give you tips, and also tips bros, do not do what the Green Ninja did. He scores in the 8-minute below mark, which is the rotation of the jungler, and we already know that they have the jungler in the top, so don't do that bros. So as you've seen, when I'm playing Zeraora, I'm always prioritizing the attacker. When I use the spark, I use the icon button to target the attacker. That's the secret key if you are playing this spark and wild charge combo, because you cannot use the auto aim button, especially when they are full health. So use that and master that when playing the wild charge. That's my secret in order for me to prioritize the attacker using this combo. So as you've seen, when I'm playing Zeraora, I use the X attack because the damage of it is really insane. So just like this, heal the Cerulage. And also bros, when you are against the Cerulage, keep in mind that you don't need to use the wild charge if he will use the Phantom Force in order for you to not get cancelled in your wild charge. So also bros, when you're playing as a Zeraora, and you will notice that why I played wild charge here, right? Because I played wild charge here because the enemy is a lot of all-rounders, and it's not like all-rounders, but as you've seen, when I use the discharge, you are prone to damage, and the enemy team has a Tyranitar in this, which is pretty hard to counter that, especially the Tyranitar damage is really pretty insane in the late game. So I just bully him with the wild charge and just go out. So also bros, when they have a Tyranitar in the enemy team, don't make that monster get the level 9 in the game, because it is really hard for you to counter that thing in the late game. So here, as you've seen, I'm just playing Zeraora and rotating around the map, and I will target this Glaceon, I mean. So just like that, and be patient, just go back and wait for your proper positioning, and wait for your wild charge cooldown before you attack. And be patient, always be patient. Mine in the map, and as we've seen, I don't see the Cerulage here, so I know that he will ambush us. So just like that, I use my Unite move and wild charge in order for me to have the maximum damage of my Unite move and wild charge damage. That's why I use the Unite move there before the wild charge. So just like that, use the spark and wild charge, and also take note of these 3 icon below bro. If you use the wild charge, you have a maximum of your wild charge, but if it's just one passive there, it's just a short wild charge. So you need to keep in mind that if you hit the one spark plus you're boosted, you gain 2 of it passive, and if you hit again, that's a 3 maximum, and your wild charge has a lot of throw. So here I do the reckless move here, because I thought that Umbreon will go at the top lane to help his team, but sadly it did not, because as you playing as a defender, you really need to help your team, but he defies the logic there, so it is what it is. So as you've seen, I will jump to Glaceon again. As you've seen, I will target the Glaceon in the entire game. As you've seen that, I target him. I do not use the auto aim because it is really pretty dangerous to use auto aim, so don't depend on it bros. Especially when you're playing Zeraora, you need to target the attacker using the icon button. So here, I joke this Snorlax here, and it is very funny. And also, use your mobility as a wild charge pro. Do not be scared to use your wild charge in order for you to fast travel in the map. So use the spark, use the wild charge, don't be afraid. So pop your X attack and your wild charge and you're good to go. And the damage of it is really pretty insane. Not just in the attackers but also in the defenders and in the carry in the game. So that's why I use the wild charge, because as you see in the Tyranitar damage there, if I use the discharge, it is so bad. The damage of Tyranitar is really pretty good because it has a true damage, and it is so hard to counter that true damage, especially using the wild charge where you are prone to the attack of the enemy. So that's why I use the wild charge for invisibility in this game, because there has a lot of all-rounders and it is hard to do the wild charge here. So that's why I picked the wild charge, I mean the discharge. That's why I picked the wild charge. So here the Tyranitar uses the unite move, so to be fair, I will use my unite move also. I'm not scared to use my unite move because I have an energy amp, so it is pretty easy to just charge it. So if I use the discharge here, bros, 100% sure I will be dead, because it is hard to use or to 1v1 Tyranitar, especially when you're prone to attack. So while the wild charge, you just have an invisibility in the game. So just take this X attack and just kill the guy at the front lane because they're low HP. So it is okay to you to target that, guys. And here I will just farm my unite move, nothing happens. So if I summarize all my knowledge about the Zeraora is that you really need to target the attacker in the game. Do not use the auto aim, because if you use the auto aim, it is so hard, because I'm using the spark. Like here, spark, I will target the Glaceon here just like that. I kite him and use the icon button in order for me to focus the damage of Glaceon. So just like that, I kill the Glaceon very fast. So I know that my my team is flipping here, so that's the reason why I focus the damage to my team, to my enemy, in order for them to lose focus on the Rayquaza fight. So just like that, we secure the Rayquaza, and it is pretty basic thing, because we all know that if your team has the Relodon, they're 100% sure flip the Rayquaza, and if they have Decidueye, 100% sure they will flip also the Rayquaza. That's the logic of this game, especially when you're playing solo queue, bros. Keep in mind that if they have an enemy team, and especially the Decidueye using the Razor Leaf, 100% sure, bros, they will flip. So stay at the Rayquaza in the center lane, because if you don't stay, bros, 100% sure you will lose the game. In just a split seconds, they will kill the Rayquaza, because the Razor Leaf of Decidueye is really pretty insanely broken in Rayquaza, and especially in flipping. So thank you, bros. I hope we reach 20 likes again, and like and subscribe for more type of this content. And I did 27k damage here, and it is really pretty a good game against the all-rounders of the game. Thank you, and stay hydrated as always.